Hello, my name is Teacher Glenn,
Okay, teacher.
and I'm an ESL teacher.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so what made you decide to become an ESL teacher?
Well, I was just influenced by our friends telling me that teaching English is much better, less toxic, or actually, there's no stress. Not like me being a call center agent before teaching. I think teaching English is much easier. So I tried it out and found out that it was fun.
Mm, okay, so what is the most difficult part about being an ESL teacher for you?
Well, I don't see anything difficult. The only thing difficult is within me, the schedule.
Mm, the schedule.
I've done a lot of platforms already. Here on Talk No on 5, um, you can't, well, you can select your schedule, but there is what do you call this? A,
Coda,
so
okay.
there's a quota. Not like in other platforms that I've tried. You're the boss. You choose your schedule.
Mm,
And I like working midnight.
okay, so what is the most interesting experience you've had in teaching?
Meeting different people. Meeting different people. It could be not just from China, but I've met a lot of people from Brazil, Saudi Arabia, India, Russia, you name it.
Mm, okay, then what is the most awkward experience you've had?
Messing up on grammar. Teaching grammar when sometimes I become brain dead when I'm teaching grammar, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is wrong. And I do correct myself and tell the student that, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize that what I did was wrong. This is the way it should be. And he finally or she finally understands.
Okay.
I also give screenshots. I send them photos of what they are. I even give them sites where to look at to review, just to make sure.
Mm. What is the advantage of being a home-based teacher?
Oh, you don't need to travel. That's the coolest part there. You don't travel back and forth every day. You can wake up, just change the top part of your clothes, and you're ready.
Mhm.
You're close to the kitchen. Everything is convenient.
Okay, but you were
The
once an
family.
yeah, you were once an office-based teacher too, right? So what was the advantage
Yes.
of that one?
Well, you're not paying for the internet.
Good, right?
Air conditioned. It's more. I think it's quieter than being here at home. Here, I know there'll be some noises. My children will shout. The dogs, the chickens will crow.
Right. Okay
And
then.
this is an advantage of being at home. I mean, if the electricity is out, I mean, I don't even have a generator, but at the office there is. There is a generator, so
Yeah.
stress. I mean, it's stressless.
Yes, that's right.
Less stress.
Less stress. Yes, but the only problem was commuting there, right?
Yeah, commuting, and then the traffic sometimes, or just getting a bus. Going back home is really time consuming.
Right. Okay. What are the best platforms or teaching sites?
Well, I don't want. I'll just speak with the best platforms. The best platforms that I tried is always it will always be Cambly.
Mm. Tell us about Cambly Teacher.
Oh, Cambly is amazing. You can choose your students.
Mm.
You can choose your students level. I mean, if you want to teach adults, you can teach adults. If you want to teach intermediate level students, you can. Advanced students, you can. Beginners, children, it's up to you. That's where you're good at. You'll meet a lot of different people from different countries.
Mhm.
You'll learn their culture. You can share ideas and techniques. Talk about anything under the sun.
Wow. Okay. So how do you deal with beginners?
Well, you start off with an introduction or a greeting. Like, hello. If you'll find out if that person is a beginner, and if you find out he or she is a beginner, then of course you need to adjust to the student. The student will not adjust to you. So of course, if you're an ESL teacher, then you should be prepared of teaching beginners.
Right.
Most platforms already have lessons for these types of students, so it's not really difficult.
Mhm.
The thing that I would say is difficult is teaching advanced students.
Uh-huh.
They are more demanding.
So how do you
Yes.
deal with them?
Well, I go with what they want. If they want a type of lesson, which we don't have, then I'll get it from the website. There, and we can go on with that. Platforms, not like the one that I'm using now, they don't have share, what do you call that? Share screening. So we can't share a screen with them. But with the other platforms, I can, like on Cambly. So he could check which site I'm using.
Oh. So when it comes to your students, like kids, how do you deal with toxic parents?
Well, I know it's kind of rude if we just hang up, but toxic parents, I just tell them I'm sorry, I'm not the person you need to discuss that with. If there's any suggestions or complaints, you can do that with customer service. I just tell them that. I even type it down. I'm sorry that this happened, but if you want to send an advice, suggestion, or a complaint, you can contact customer service. And if it's my fault, then I would admit it. I mean, why do they become toxic? Maybe they're picky. I tell them, I'm sorry, this is how you chose the lesson for your child. So I just tell them, you just don't want to argue with them.
Oh, yes.
Yes, don't don't put fuel to the fire.
Okay. What is the most useful skill that you have for this job?
For this job, interaction, experience. Since I'm a native speaker, it's easier for me to give basic grammar, spelling, how to use what do you call these, the right words,
Expressions.
choice of words, yes, expressions, idioms, a lot of things. I mean, it's easy for me to teach students like this. If they want to practice or improve their accent, I could do that, which is accent reduction. If they want a certain type of vocabulary, we could do that. Everything's on the internet. Your resource is the websites, is the internet.
Right. So, which skill do you wish to improve?
Which skill? I think it would still be, what do you call this? How do you call that? When you are very close to, or let's say, your interaction with a child. I don't have that skill.
Patience?
Well, I have the patience, but I don't have the type of attitude to become what they want. Like, say, teacher, can you act like a clown? I can do that, but I cannot do that all the time. I'm kind of strict. I want to reduce being restrict because I want them to learn. I don't want, because my mindset is different. I'm here to teach you English. So, I mean, I'm different from the other teachers. So I'm kind of strict. I would play around a little, but I know that children like 4 years of age, oh, I'm lucky that I think I'm lucky because most of my students are 6 years old and above.
Mm.
If I get a 4-year-old, oh my goodness, it's gonna be exhausted. So the skill that I need to improve is how to how to entertain children that age.
Right, yes. I guess that's the hardest part too, right?
Yeah, that's the hardest part. I can't be an actor all the time.
Mm. Okay.
Uh,
Last question, Teacher Glenn. How do you picture yourself 5 years from now?
I don't know. Maybe if I'm lucky, start a business. Could be something with like you, a trainer. I like doing accent reduction and idiom techniques, expand or vocabulary expansion, or literature. I like to teach. I might become a trainer someday.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, we can work together.
Yes, you can. Since I'm fond of literature, reading is the best way to review grammar, spelling, and choice of words. So, and even accent reduction, of course, reading out loud. So there are lots of techniques I could share teachers who want to be, or we call this trainees, who want to become an ESL teacher.
Oh, yes, teacher.
Oh yes, on my other platform, we get about, I think, 2 hours each week to talk with other teachers to provide suggestions and tips and advice on how to become better in teaching. I get 100 different types of questions. How can we do this? Which website is the best way to teach grammar? Which website is the best? From A to Z, any kind of question. And those questions are coming from native speakers, from America, from Canada.
That's right.
They even look at me, where are you from? Well, of course, I don't tell them that I'm in the Philippines. I tell them that I'm from California, but I grew up in South Carolina. I can share my accent with students who are teachers from China. They also ask, how can I sound neutral? How can I sound more native or fluent? Just listen. There are 4 ways in the process of linguistics, right? You know that.
Mhm.
Listening, speaking, writing, and what was the last one?
Reading, speaking, listening, and writing. Yeah.
Yes.
Are they 4?
So every input, I always remember, every input there should be an output. So reading and listening for you to write and speak, just like that. So that's being linguistics. So that's how you teach students to learn a language effectively.
A message for students first.
For students, well, don't think if it's hard. You have to have the mindset. If you are interested, you'll get it. If you're lazy of learning, then you're not ready. That's it. A student is gonna be a student. All I have to do is pay attention, focus, listen, and you'll get the rest. Always be resourceful. It will go the same thing with teachers. Every day, you have to learn something from the student. Oh, this is where I should improve. And improve on how I would deliver this lesson when it comes to grammar, reading, speaking, vocabulary.
Well, what's your message for those people who want to become an ESL teacher someday?
Oh, don't forget proper training. Review. I still review. I even browse Webster time to time to learn new words, practice and using it in a sentence. I listen to people on YouTube, how they speak. I like to change an accent. You just have to be resourceful. keep learning every day. You're not just a teacher. You're also a student too. If you
Wow.
want to, yes, if you want to improve, then learn. That's it. There's no magic. There is no magic way of being the best ESL teacher. It's up to you. You have to
Right.
show effort.
Mm. Thank you, Teacher Glenn. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is wonderful.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates.
Okay. All right, Teacher Glenn, what is your talent?
Well, I don't really have a talent. My talent is something different. It's physical. It's surfing.
Ooh.
But with everybody's common talents, I would try some singing. I think I have still some talent. I'm supposed to be like my mother. She's a really good singer.
Oh, suppose we're gonna find out someday.
A few shots of liquor or alcohol can boost my talent when it
Oh,
comes to singing.
that would be interesting to see.
Oh yeah,
All
I'll try
right.
it out someday.
Yes, thank you, teacher. Mm-hmm.
Are you still teaching?
Of course, yeah. You know,
Oh, they want.
they didn't even like my accent. I actually had to change the way I speak when I was teaching there. You cannot say another. You should say another. Yeah, and you cannot say better.
Well,
It's better.
That's what they say. I don't want to offend other platforms.
Right.
The best platforms that teaches English internationally is like iTutor. They will not accept teachers who can't have a native British accent, a native American accent.
Mm-hmm.
If they say that you're from the Philippines, if they recognize that you're from the Philippines, they will not hire you. You see how bad? It can be like somewhat discriminate.
Right, right.
Yes. It's kind of unfair. But the offer is good.
It's reasonable then.
$15 an hour, I would take it.
So, there are a lot of teachers that are asking actually that what if they haven't finished anything like that? How would you motivate them? What's your motivational message for them?
Well, keep searching. There's a lot of platforms that accept high school graduates. They don't really. It's only recommended. Most of the platforms for teaching English is bachelor degree is only recommended.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, I lost the list. I forgot the list, but just keep searching. I will send you a website where it'll have all the ESL platforms you can apply.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Teacher Glenn.